Mr. Russo, what's your sense? Is this an Asian NATO in the making, as Navtej Sarna seems to suggest, or some analysts would seem to suggest, or do you believe it's a talk shop, as Mr. Tangen suggests, that really, at the end of the day, doesn't add up to much? You know, what really is the Quad all about?
I'd say it's a talk shop today that hopes to evolve into something that will be a more defined and proactive security partnership in the future. But, you know, these are four countries that don't have a long history, at least together, of working together. So they're starting on smaller things, which I think we'd all sort of agree. You know, China's domination of global trade flows in areas like critical minerals, a lot of the infrastructure money that was discussed before, you know, we've seen that used as a hook for, you know, political leverage with a number of countries in the region. Although sometimes that money that China deploys is also used on commercial basis, but there are times when it's been used as a you know, more of a hook for countries where they want to get deeper security ties themselves. So you see, you know, the evolution from strategic issues, I think, so far that have been at the crux of strategic and commercial, critical minerals, therapies, and healthcare, things like that. But then this time you saw, I think, a new step in a different direction, using somewhat ambiguous language, but talking about, you know, deepening cooperation on humanitarian disaster relief, saying civilian-led, but utilizing military assets when needed. And then second, you know, I think the biggest announcement was this creation of this Indo-Pacific Partnership for Maritime Domain Awareness. This will become real the day they decide to press button here. We've got 4 information fusion centers tracking ship movements across the region, and the ability to get them to begin sharing information on an unclassified basis. That can start pretty soon. So you did see some elements, I think, in this that begin to move it away from simply being a talk shop and beginning to define. But it's young, so we'll see where it translates into in the future.